Hi everyone, this is my first explainer video of my 75 hard journey. This is day 32 for me, so I'm almost halfway there, and I'll go through a bit of my thought process in terms of even explaining to my husband that I was doing 75 hard, which I didn't for a few days. But yeah, I kind of feel like now that I'm a month in, it makes more sense for me kind of to recap how I've been doing it, what's been working for me, and maybe kind of some results that I have seen to date. I am currently 25, nearly 26 weeks pregnant as well. So I'll also explain a bit about why I decided to do 75 hard, and yeah, why I'm so glad, even just a month in, that I have kept going. So today is the 1st of February. So I started on the 1st of January, which has been cool because every day has also coincided with the day of the month. So this is the first time that I'm day 32 and there's not the 32nd of January. So it's been like, oh, well, what day am I on? I'm like, oh, it's the 16th of January. So I'm on day 16. So it just made it a lot easier for me. So yeah, I think what I'll do is I'm going to divide this video into two parts. So this first part will just be more of a general explainer, and then part 2, which I'll record today and post after this, will be more kind of granular results and what I've seen so far with the journey. So for anyone who doesn't know, 75 hard is a mental challenge created by Andy Frisella. It's a combination of different tasks that you complete on a day, every single day for 75 days. They seem very simple when you look at them, but once you're actually doing them, I think I've read somewhere, I don't know how true this is, that 1% of people or something like that actually achieved the 75 hard goal. There is a 75 soft challenge as well, which just makes it a little bit easier. So I know a lot of people do that. But yeah, the task that we have to do every day is we have to drink a gallon of water. So I'm dividing that into 4 liters. We need to do 2 workouts, and one has to be outdoors. Doesn't matter if the other one is outdoors or indoors, but one of them has to be outdoors. 45-minute workouts, and they have to be at least 3 hours apart from each other, so you can't do them one after the other. You have to take a progress pic every single day. You need to read 10 pages of a non-fiction book every single day, and you need to follow a diet, whatever that diet is for you. What I like about these tasks is they're a great equalizer in the sense that you choose the diet, so it's not overly prescriptive, so whatever that works for you. And you also choose the workouts, and you also choose the books as well, other than the fact that they need to be either outdoors or non-fiction. So I think that's good because you can kind of choose your own journey, and it allows you to adapt it to wherever you're at. So for example, I know some people are going hard in the gym every single day and doing Olympic lifting and weights and all that sort of stuff. Me being pregnant, it allows me to choose my indoor workout to be a prenatal yoga. My outdoor workout is a walk. So if there was a very prescriptive, you need to be doing X, Y, and Z, I probably wouldn't be able to partake. So I like that about it. So why did I decide to do 75 hard? So honestly, I heard about this years ago, and it just seemed so daunting and scary that I just never did it. I put it off. It's something I was always aware of. I signed up to Andy Frisella's email newsletter as well. So not that I ever opened any of the emails, but I'd often see them coming in. And it was always just something that was on the back of my mind. This is my second pregnancy, so I have an almost 18-month-old as well. And I've noticed that, I was 10 kilos heavier starting this pregnancy than I was starting the last pregnancy. And I was just really thinking, how am I going to post this pregnancy? Get back to where I was before. Not that I want to be a particular weight, but it was just how I'd feel myself, my movement, my health, my everything. And I was it was kind of really bothering me, because I was it's just going to be so much harder. My muscles are going to be looser. Everything is just going to be tougher this time around post pregnancy. So when a friend of mine told me that she had completed 75 hard, I was okay, that's cool for you. Was not considering doing it at all. And then it was coming up to New Year's and I was like, do you know what? If I could do this and it just even like stall the progression of like my unhealthiness and where I'm going, like if it just kind of makes it that much easier post pregnancy, then it's worth giving it a shot. So it was really more so to partner myself like post pregnancy than for any other reason. And I did say that this is a mental challenge, but like there are obviously physical benefits to doing this. Like if you're drinking so much more water than you normally would be, if you're, you know, doing workouts and moving more than you normally would be, all that sort of stuff. If you're reading non-fiction books, chances are you're going to get somewhat inspired, or your mind is going to think a different way. So I was like, you know what, I think it'd be worth doing it. So I have been doing it. I've already seen so many results, which again I will speak on in the next video. But yeah, just a general kind of overview of how I'm doing my day, and then we'll leave it there, and then we'll move on to the next video to results and how I found it so far 1 month in. So okay, so daily, as I said, my 2 workouts are typically a prenatal yoga, which I'm doing from home. I'm literally just grabbing videos from YouTube. So I've created a playlist, which I can link actually in the description here. Might be good if other people are looking for prenatal yoga. I'm not a yogi by any means or any stretch of the imagination. I don't have any equipment. I happen to have a yoga mat, that's it. Don't have blocks, don't have straps, don't have any bolsters or any of the things that they ask for in the videos. So it's a very messy process every morning. But I've been doing prenatal yoga. I've been doing walks, as I've said. I'm not an outdoor person really either. I am if I'm like traveling somewhere. I can be out all the time, but like I'm a very in-house home bird kind of person when I'm at home. Like I don't like the cold, I don't like the freezing weather or like wind or rain or elements in general. I'm just not a fan. And like again, I started this the 1st of January. In Ireland we have fairly moderate climate compared to the rest of the world, but like to us it's freezing. It's so cold and it's wet. It's not like a dry cold, it's like a wet, miserable, windy, horrible, dark cold. So I think the hardest bit for me out of the whole challenge has been like the outdoor workouts, which has changed, but that's definitely been the biggest mental challenge for me. I think watching different videos and reading comments on said videos, different people have like different things that they really struggle with, and again for me it's the outdoor workout. The progress pic, I have been taking 4 progress pics. So what's funny for me is like I'm not expecting to like lose a load of weight. I am pregnant, so I will progressively be getting bigger as the time goes on. So it's not that I'm looking to like, I started off as this and now I'm this, because again I will be getting bigger. It's natural for me to be getting bigger, and I want to be getting bigger healthily. But I've been taking like front, back and 2 sides, because it's kind of cool that I'll be able to watch my body and my bump progress as the time goes on as well. So I've been doing that. I've been creating like a little collage every single day. So I'm actually taking like 75 by 4 number of pictures, but I'll have like 75 pic collages by the end of by mid-March. The picture is an interesting one because it's just so easy to forget to do it, and I think that's the one that like if I was to mess up and forget one, it would be that. And that's another stipulation of 75 hard. So like if you miss one day, you're done and you have to start again. So there's no like grace period or anything. Like you miss one progress pic, even if you've done everything else, the challenge is over. So yeah, the book, I was not interested in reading any non-fiction books. I've read lots of them throughout the years, and I've just kind of had an ick for them for the last while. So it was kind of like I really don't want to have to do this when it comes to the book, but I have been reading the books every single day. So yeah, I'm kind of just, I don't hate it, but I haven't been overly enjoying it, but it's been grand. And that's another stipulation, it has to be a physical book, it can't be an audio book. So you have to physically sit down and read 10 pages of a book. And then the diet, I have just been, obviously I'm pregnant, so I need to be mindful of that. I've just been making healthier choices, so like no chocolate, but I do have protein bars and they can have chocolate in them. But like no chocolate, no candy, no sweets, no jellies, no fizzy drinks, no like takeouts or takeaways or any of that sort of stuff. So it's just kind of like making healthier choices day to day. Having said that though, like I still have toast and bread, and like I still have like eggs and toast for breakfast and different things like that. So it's just making good choices, you know. Another stipulation, probably should have written these down so I get all the stipulations at the start, is like no alcohol and no cheat meals. So like whatever you decide you're going to do in terms of your diet, that's your diet, and you stick to that. So no cheat meals. So that's one thing. And then the other is no alcohol. I'm not going to be drinking anyway because I'm pregnant, but also I don't drink in general, so it's been no issue for me. But I have had a couple of non-alcoholic gin and tonics. We're having a little girl this time, and there's a gin here, a non-alcoholic gin that has her name on it. It's the same name as what we're going to call our second baby girl. So we kind of got it for Christmas and New Year's as a celebration, and I've just had it there. So sometimes I'm just like, I just want a G&T, so I'll go and get that. So like I'm not counting that as a cheat. It's totally fine. So yeah, I think that's me covered on all of the different aspects, so we can leave it there for now. In the next video I'll talk about kind of like week to week is kind of how I'm looking at it, and like different changes I've seen or different progress I've seen. I also traveled for some of that, so I went to London for a weekend, so I can chat about that. I went down to like the Midlands here in Ireland to my mum for a weekend, so that was nearly harder than the London trip, to be honest. You know, we've had storms, we've had like all sorts of things. I've been really sick as well, so a lot has happened in the last month. Like I potentially had COVID, but I don't know, I was just very sick anyways. So there's been a lot, so we'll go through all of that in the next video. But thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed this, and I will see you soon. Bye.